Hey guys, Rollier or Taylor here, and today I'm back with another weekly vendor reset. It's all pretty self-explanatory. I visit most of the vendors, but only show you some of the picks that might be worth going to have a look at for yourself. So first up, let's have a look at the blueprints. So this week we have a classic AK-47, a classic M60, a stamina mask, stamina knee pads, compensator, an Omega rifle suppressor tan blueprint, and a performance gear mod. So this week, let's have a look at the exotics and what they've rolled with. The Cassidy rolled with Commanding and Determined. The Historian with Swift and Brutal. Not a bad roll. You could probably roll off Swift and go for something different. Something that increases your damage, or something that definitely works with a marksman rifle. The Centurion has rolled with Expert and Harmful. I would definitely recommend picking this up. These are two almost must-haves on a pistol. The Liberator rolled with Commanding, Accurate and Talented. And the Pecan with Self-Preserved and Vicious. Whilst we're in the special equipments vendor, I do want to point out this PP-19 is rolled with Responsive, Competent and Hurried. Definitely roll off Hurried for something like Deadly. It's got a high crit hit chance and the damage isn't too bad either, so I definitely recommend picking this one up. We also have some fairly highly rolled Sentry's knee pads, rolled really high on firearms at 1251. It's rolled with all resistance as well. Definitely roll off that for something else and you've got yourself a solid pair of Sentry's cool knee pads. Along with that, we also have a nimble holster, really high main stat rolls. Apart from electronics, you could easily roll that off and max these out. We also have a nimble holster. Really high main stat rolls here. Apart from electronics, you could either re-roll that or roll off skill haste for something else. And this is a almost god rolled nimble holster. We also have a prototype electronics mod rolled with 3204 skill power. It's actually really hard to pick out anything that actually stands out in the advanced weaponry vendor. The only real thing I can see is this first wave vector. It's rolled with Talented, Vicious and Deadly, along with a pretty mediocre crit hit chance. Vicious isn't too bad. We all know how good Deadly is, but you'd probably have to roll off Talented for something to make this gun at least a little bit useful. But like I said, there wasn't really much to point out this week in the advanced weaponry vendor. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the weapons in the open world, and then we'll look at the gear, and then we'll finally finish up with weapon mods and gear mods. So let's get straight to it. So this week in the Ward safe house, we have of course a specialized backpack. A pretty low roll on stamina, but has got stability on it. Now I said in a past couple of episodes that these backpacks are only good if you want stability on them. It's definitely not a specialized backpack I would buy and hope to make it really useful unless you are looking into using stability. But of course I had to start off the vendor with a specialized bag. So this is in the Ward safe house. So in East 58th Street checkpoint, we have another specialized bag, this time rolled high on electronics, and it's already rolled with health, so a really nice specialized bag if you're looking for one, and you've really got a choice of what you could roll onto it. Along with that, we also have a pair of fairly decent Savage gloves, rolled pretty high on stamina, and it's got crit hit chance, marksman rifle damage, and crit hit damage. All you could do here is roll whichever weapon you're using on it, and then you've got, like I've already said, a really nice pair of Savage gloves. This is East 58th Street checkpoint in the DZ. In the DZ9 safe house this week, we have a really nice Sentry's cool holster. Again, all major stats here are rolled pretty high, along with crit hit chance, so you've really got the choice of what you could roll onto it. But I would easily say it's a must buy for any Sentry's cool builds. In the DZ6 safe house, we have a pretty decent Deadeye bag. It's rolled with skill power and ammo capacity. It's also rolled on electronic. So if you want to keep skill power, you could easily max out one of these three. If not, you could easily roll the skill power off for something like health, and then you've got yourself an electronics bag there. But this is especially good if you're looking for one to finish your Deadeye build. Unfortunately, that's it for gear this week. Now we're going to take a look through the vendors for weapons. So funny story, I was actually looking around the vendors for about half an hour or so, and I couldn't find any weapons that were worth mentioning, so I thought I'd come back to the special equipments vendor and just go back over the PP-19. Now like I said, it's already rolled with Responsive, Competent and Hurried. All you'd have to do is roll off Hurried for something like Deadly. It's got a really high crit hit chance and the damage is very good as well. But unfortunately, like I said, this was the only must-buy weapon this week. And now we're going to have a look at weapon attachments and gear mods, starting with gear mods. So the first gear mod is a prototype performance mod in the Dark Zone gear vendor within the base of operations. It's a plus 4% sticky bomb damage. Now we all know some of you are trying to build those weird sticky bomb builds, and this might be helping you out this week. So that is in the Dark Zone gear vendor within the base of operations. So in Autumn's Hope Safe House, we'll have a plus 5.5% first aid self-heal prototype performance mod. These you can never have enough of, and I'm actually going to pick up a few now. In West 42nd Street Checkpoint, we have a really nice prototype stamina mod, rolled with a high 262 stamina as well as 3290 health. If you've got DZ credits, then make sure you pick up a few of these, because like I said previously, you can't have enough of them. The last one I wanted to point out this week is at the Cavern, and it's a prototype performance mod but with 5% support station healing speed. Now I've actually got a healer build and I've been looking for one of these for a few weeks now, so I couldn't be happier with it. This again is in the Cavern, and I must recommend you pick it up if you are looking for those healer builds. Unfortunately, the only weapon mod I could find this week that was worth mentioning is back in the DZ09 safe house. And that's this extended magazine rolled with a pretty high magazine size as well as crit hit chance and crit hit damage. But like I said, that's the only thing I could find that was worth pointing out this week, I'm afraid. So there you have it guys, another weekly vendor reset. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then let me know either in the comments section below or by clicking that like button. And if you're new around here and want to keep up to date with the division, then make sure you subscribe for all of the content that comes to this channel. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.